What's going on, guys? Mono here with a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you guys a quick introduction to CoinToFish and how to play it. Recently the game has been trending, unlike a couple weeks ago when it had to change its contract. It changed to the Oracle system and other stuff, but nowadays it's more popular. But before we continue, keep in mind, guys, that I'm not a financial advisor. Every investment you do it on your own, and every time you do any type of investment, you always gotta do your own research, and finally only invest what you can afford to lose. Now let's continue. To join CoinToFish, there's two options. The first option is to buy an egg. There's the normal egg and the rare egg. Both have different chances to get like one of the six variety of fishes. The normal or simple egg has a higher chance of getting rarity 1 and rarity 2, and the rare egg has a higher chance to get better it has better odds for rare fish. So in this case, the common egg or simple egg has 56% for common, 22% for uncommon, 9 for rare, 6 for super rare, and up to 3% for legendary. And the rare egg, which costs twice as much, a little bit extra, like 2.2 times what the simple cost egg is. It has 18% only for common and up to 8% for legendary, so it has better odds, but it's way more expensive. In this case, it would be ideal to get at least a rare or super rare in order to get back enough value of what you paid for the egg, but well, that's just depending on your luck. And if you decide to go for this strategy, you can always use my code mono. In this case, as you can see, the price is 1,152 corals, but if we use the referral code, it's going to have a small discount to 1,086 corals. In this case, the price goes up and down depending on the Oracle system, but it will always cost around $35 for the simple egg and $75 for the rare egg, always depending on the token volume. Now there is a second way to join the game, which is the marketplace. As you probably know, it's always cheaper to buy from the marketplace and safer in terms of return on investment, but unlike the egg, well, you don't have the chance to get a higher rarity fish. So for example, one rarity 1 fish is 675 corals. This means that approximately you will get the return on investment for this fish by buying it on the market in around 1 month or 1 month and a week or so, depending on the value of the token being the same way it is as you join. If the value goes up, your return on investment will be sooner, but if it goes down, it will take longer. The difference between fishes is, first, the amount of corals they give while farming. We'll go into further details later, but for example, 1 rarity 2 fish gives the same corals as 2 rarity 1 fishes, and that works the same for the older rarities. So let's say, for example, a rarity 6 fish gives the same amount of corals as 6 rarity 1 fishes or 3 rarity 2 fish. That just depends on the rarity, and so on for the other rarity. So for rarity 4, it's equal to 4 rarity 1s or 2 rarity 2s, and so on. Lastly, the only thing that differentiates this is that hopefully in the future, with upcoming upgrades, the more rare fish will have like better statistics for, let's say, PvP and other systems that are yet to be implemented. But for now, that would be it for them. Also, the amount of food they eat depends on the rarity. So rarity 1 fishes eat 1 food per meal, 1 unit per meal, while the rarity 6 in their case eat 6 units per meal. Now we're going to see how do we get food in one of the two ways, which is using the rods. There's three types of rods. The first rod, which costs in this case 30 corals. Also the price varies depending on the oracle system. The first rod gives you 1 reward, the second one, which is 7 corals, gives you 3, and the last one, which is the charcoal stick, gives you 5 rewards for 11 corals at the moment. Price will always fluctuate depending on the token value, but for me the best option is to buy the charcoal stick since you get the most of it. Now we're going to see how we fish stuff. As you can see, I can use the stick I select, but first we have different odds. We have 35% for seaweed, apple 25%, 20% for bread. You have chance to fish corals. There's some items depending on whether there's an event or not, and lastly you can have 0.09% for one simple egg, or if you're lucky enough you have 0.01% for a rare egg. So now what we're going to do is click play. We're going to select our rod, in this case the charcoal stick, and what you want to do is click or use a key from your keyboard to match the fish in the screen with the white square. Depending on whether you hold the key or your mouse, the square will go up and down, and you have to follow the rod until the fish until the orange bar fulfills the entire meter. Okay, there we go. Now there's the three types of main food, which is seaweed, apple, and bread. The only difference is that the seaweed only gives 5 experience points, the apple gives 10, and the bread gives 15. Therefore, in the case of the marketplace, the bread is the most expensive item of food, but it will always depend on what you want to do. In this case, we got a really nice rod where we got 4 breads, but well, it's always luck. In my case, I've only been able to fish only once a simple egg, but it's the possibility is there. You know, maybe you're luckier than me. Hopefully you are. I hope so. But okay, for now we're done with the rods and we're going to go to the farm part. So what do we do with the food? As I told you, depending on the variety, the fish will eat that amount of food per meal. How often do we have meals to feed them? Every 4 hours, and you can stack up to 2 meals for 8 hours. So I would suggest to use or align that time frame with your sleeping schedule so you maximize your efficiency. As you can see, I feed my fish and I got around 13 corals in this case. The value went up and it used 2 units. In this case, I'm feeding a rarity 1. It only uses 1 unit, but it gives me half the amount of corals. In this case, there's also, if you're opening eggs, there's a chance you get a chroma, which are pretty much a bonus for the coral production of your fish. In this case, I have 2 fish with chromas, 1 star and 1 fish. They each give 8% extra, and well, therefore they're also a little bit more expensive. Also, there you see in the bottom of the screen, I have a rare egg that we're going to open soon. Hopefully we get something cool. Remember that there's always a risk while opening eggs, so let's give it a chance. Come on, use something decent, please. Okay, they're ready to. I mean, it's not that good coming from a rare egg. I would have hoped at least for a rarity 3 or 4. But I'm not going to complain. I'm pretty lucky while opening eggs. I've gotten mostly rarity 1 fish. But so I'll take this. So every time you feed your fish, depending on the time bar, every food will give them 4 hours. And I think that would be it for now. As you can see, also one last thing, depending on how much experience the fish gain, they will eventually level up, and with that they will increase in the future their stats for PvP, but for now they will also increase the amount of corals you get from farming. So that would be it for today, guys. We're going to be closing up the video while feeding some fish. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment below with any suggestions, things that you enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more content about CoinToFish and the other games like Crypto Mines and Wanaka that I'm uploading. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really guys enjoyed this video. Hope that I can bring more content about CoinToFish. My name is Mono, and I'll see you in the next video.